here with Mancini here at a Fight Network event. You're going to be involved with Fight Network. What is your involvement going to be?
I'm going to be involved with Fight Network. You know, I'm going to be an analyst for the network as far as giving my views about upcoming fighters, fights like such as tonight's fight against Golovkin, Gil. Try to give some, I hate to say expert commentary, but because I don't know if anybody's an expert, but just some knowledgeable commentary about what it's like to be in there, what's my knowledge of each fighter. Try to give what each fighter might be thinking as he's trying to go into the fight. You know, how styles make fights, fighters don't make fights, so how things like that. Just try to give an insider's point of view from an internal point of view.
You've been involved with commentary for a number of years now. How long have you been doing commentary?
I've done commentary since 1984, 85. I haven't had a steady gig yet with any network, but I've done it for every major network through one time or another. So that's easy. It's easy talking about something you know about, so I really enjoy it.
But you know, you want to pat yourself on the back real quick. Not every ex-boxer is able to go on and do an analysis and commentary well. Why is it that you've been able to keep on getting these gigs?
I don't know. I hope it's because I have some knowledge from a perspective. You know, you got to remove yourself from the fight. Meaning, each fighter is different, and each guy's not going to fight. So even though I had a certain style, you got to respect, admire, and have knowledge of every style. So if a guy's out there boxing, he's a boxer. You know what he's trying to achieve, what he's trying to accomplish, what he's trying to do with his opponent, and then vice versa. You know, try to get inside the head of each fighter and how they're trying to negotiate their style against their opponent, and what works, what don't work. And again, that's us trying to give an internal point of view.
We always hear with former athletes or retired athletes about the adjustment to life, especially for boxers, because you all started at such an early age. So for you in retirement to continue to do something that you love, how has that been able to help you really adjust to all these years out of the sport?
Well, I was fortunate. You have to understand, I turned pro at 18, I retired at 24.
Yes.
I retired since 24. And when I retired, I had no regrets. I left it all in the ring. My total career is 8 years. I had 3 years amateur, turned pro at 15, and I retired 5.5 years as pro when I was 24. So like I said, I left it all in the ring. I had no regrets. And I had a lot of, I had 34 fights as a pro, 5 years. Not a lot of years, not a lot of fights. 34 fights in 5 years is a lot of fights. As a champion for 2 years, I had 7 fights. 7 fights in 24 months is active. That's an average of 1 every 3 months. But people have to understand, it's not the fights. The fight's the fun part. It's the training.
Give them sparring.
The training, exactly. Every fight. I was in 6 weeks of training before every fight. Anywhere from 90 to 120 rounds of sparring. At some point, your body says, hey, enough is enough. So you got to know when to shut it down.
Is that what happened with you? Your body was like,
I lost the love. I had no love for the game.
Yeah.
It used to be when I was fighting, people say, hey, the reporters say, say you get up, you do road work in blizzard rain, blizzard snow, pouring rain, torrential rain. Why? I said, because I know the other guy ain't. And if he is, he better be. Here's when you know it's time to retire. I get up, look at the window. Oh, it's raining. Jump back in the bread. It's raining. Not, use it as an excuse.
Physically, were you feeling the effects of your career at that point?
No. I mean, my body was tired because I trained so often. I had so many fights, and I was always in training camp. But after a couple of weeks, your body feels good. I've been fortunate. I have no repercussions from the fight game, except now my shoulders, bursitis, arthritis, tendinitis. I have arthritic wrist. But that's the nature of the beast. That's part of it. But other than that, no, I'm fine.
Given your style and given what we are now learning more about, like hockey players, football players, and even boxers, soccer players, even boxers. I don't know if you saw the After the Last Round documentary a few years back. Do you feel like you got out at exactly the right time?
Absolutely. I'm very fortunate. Again, and I've talked to neurologists and brain surgeons to find it's not 1 or 2 fights. It's over an extended period of career.
Yeah.
So even though I fought 8 years amateur pro, 5.5 as a pro, I didn't have an extensive career.
Yep.
So in that respect, I did well. I had a lot of hard fights though. My style was not made for a long career anyway. I sacrificed longevity to make my score. So in that respect, I have some concern. So I just came out, I had my second MRI done at the Lou Rubo Neurological Cleveland Clinic in Las Vegas. I did it for 2 years. So far, so good, no scarring in the tissue. I'll do it for the next 3 years, and I'll monitor my health. But so far, so good. I just pray nobody can say it 10 years from now.
Were there any regrets that you had, like after you retired? I mean, you were still young. You still could have gotten back in.
I didn't regret retiring the regret is that I didn't fight Camacho in 1984 when we were supposed to fight.
Yeah.
But the fight was just almost made, and then some things happened that we couldn't get made. I regret that I didn't get a chance to fight the great Alexis Arguello in the rematch. And I regret that I didn't get to fight Aaron Pryor. And the biggest regret of them all is I didn't get Kenny Bogner. We were supposed to fight in South Africa, and I got broken collarbone. They were supposed to fight one more time in New Orleans, and I had to pull out of that fight again because of a cut right in training camp. And I wanted that fight so bad because I would have beat this kid so good. And he was one of the guys. The one fight I had, I never got a chance to fight. I only had to pull out 2 fights, and it was the same kid.
We see boxers come back, you know, over and over and over again because there's always that fight. I mean, you still had your name, you still had the ability. How did you avoid coming out of retirement?
Nah, because I was smart to know, you know, the body doesn't always want what the mind wants.
Yeah.
You know, I wasn't willing to pay the dues. I wasn't willing to do road work, train like I once did. If that's the case, then I'm going to get hurt.
Yep.
So I was smart to know that.